Hello, everyone. Hi. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening? Hop on, say hi. I know Facebook takes a couple of seconds to load up the comments. Hopefully, looks like everything's working good. So join me. Let me know where you're from. Just going to give it a couple of seconds. So for today's video, hi Vicky, how are you? Okay, so I know I'm on, I know I'm live, Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. So I'm finishing up with some different techniques that I've been working on. Some old, some not so old, but fun techniques. So tonight I'm going to show the stained glass with using our window sheets. Hi Deborah, hi Patricia. So I have a couple things to go over before we do that. Hi Jennifer, hi Rita. Okay, so I want to remind everybody that I have online classes. They're still available. The ones that I do with Donna Gray. If you're in the United States, you can order it through me. If you're in Australia, you can order it through Donna. And anywhere in the world, you can order the videos. My mini retreat is still going on till the end of this month. Always want to make sure I remind you of that. And don't forget that on Wednesday, April 22nd, the retired list is going to be coming out. I can't stress enough, when that retired list comes out, if there's something you want, you need to get it, because limited quantities, when they sell out, they sell out. And, you know, I don't want you to be left out. So, I think that's the only things I wanted to say. Keep it simple, keep it quick. And we'll get stamping since I see everybody on now. I hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget to share my videos. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then just keep sharing them, tagging your friends, and I will be doing more. I actually worked on playing around with how to do a YouTube live. I mean, I know it's not that hard. It's just that I use this certain system. And I played around with that Saturday, so I think I got that down. So I'll be doing some more YouTube videos. And I might as well tell you right now, I'll be on Wednesday night, but I'll tell you more about that later, okay? So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Or beer or wine, whatever you're drinking Sunday night. Okay, so I am going to flip the camera. So if you're ordering from me this month, you want to use this host code. And if it's more than $150, you don't want to use the host code because you want to get the Hostess Rewards points. Okay? Okay, we've got all across the globe on tonight. I love it. All right. So again, just go to stampersdelight.com. There's the host code. And I want to be your demonstrator. I also want you to join my team. Please join my team if you're in the U.S. Contact me at stampersdelight.com. Trust me, best decision you'll ever make. Okay, so what I'm going to play with tonight, what I'm going to show you is stained glass. Now, I know that there's different ways to do the stained glass, one of which is on vellum paper. I chose to do it with the window sheets. So you ready to see the first sample? Oh, you're still waiting on your mug? Oh, I'm going to back up for 1 second. Yes, the magic mugs. I know that everything is delayed. I actually am waiting for my tote bags, Vicky. So if you ordered any logo merchandise, it is taking a little bit longer. I have my magic mug in my t-shirt, but I ordered another t-shirt, and I ordered the 2 tote bags, and they haven't come in yet. So I know everything's taken longer than expected. Okay. So the first one I'm going to show you is I used To a Wild Rose. Now, when you're doing this technique, you want something with an open space here, okay? So this is my first sample I'm going to show you of my stained glass. That is with the Mosaic Designer Series paper back there. And I don't know if you can really see it. Can you see the sparkle in that? Can you? I think you can see that. So this is stained glass effect. That's a window sheet. And underneath is our Dazzling Diamonds glitter paper. So this is the first card. Okay, now this doesn't have any saying on the inside, and I'm going to tell you why at the end of this video, okay? All right, so that's the first one. I'm going to bring it back up again so you can really see that. Okay, the next one that I did is with our Beautiful Day stamp set. This flower would also work really well because it's a very big open area. But I used the butterfly for this one. You ready? Okay, I'm going to bring it down so you can see it this way first. And then I'm going to bring it up. So you can just see that. Now these are with blends. And I will tell you as we go along, I use the dark blend on here. Not necessarily both of them because it is a window sheet and it does take a little while for the color to get to that. Okay, so this is Always Thinking of You. And in the back there is the embossing folder from the Parisian Beauty set. Very subtle. Look at those butterflies. And again, there's a nice butterfly in there. Nothing inside yet. Okay, so that was with Beautiful Day. And then I used the Good Morning Magnolia. And this is a double set, and I'm not sure where I put the other piece. Oh, there it is. Good Morning Magnolia. This is a two-piece set. And you're going to see that I use this one and this one. They're both open stamps, so they work great with this technique. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so here's the first one. And the Thinking of You card. Now let me bring it back up so you can see it. That's petal pink, so it's very, very subtle. And then here's another one with the Good Morning Magnolia. Let me put it down here first so you can see it. I will have still shots on there afterwards. Very subtle. You can very subtle is that pink. And you see the green and you see all the sparkle. And there's this ribbon is, oh gosh, I love this ribbon almost as much as I like our tulle ribbon, that Swiss dotted tulle ribbon. Oh, thank you. And this is another Thinking of You card. So let me get started and show you what I did with that, okay? All right. So the first piece, of course, is my base, and it's just a half a sheet of Early Espresso. And let's see if I brought, oh, there's my bone folder. I was playing around with a lot of things today. And I'm glad to see I saw some people playing with the open book easel card. They showed me their sample, so that was really great. Okay, so the next piece is that I didn't quite line up. Oh, yes, I did. I should have used my paper trimmer to score this better. Okay, so then this piece is next. Okay, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then, of course, I trim this piece down to 3 3/4 by 5, and it's just going to get layered right on there. Okay, but we're going to put that aside for a minute. Okay, so here's the window sheet. I know it's not easy to see this. Let me bring in my, can you see that? Okay. I'm going to bring in my big stamp here. Now you're going to want to use stazon with this because you are stamping on plastic. Okay. You can also use the Stamparatus, but I find it for this, I find it a little easier to use the big stamp on the block. Ink it up really well. I'm going to have to stand up with this one. Okay, there's my window sheet. And I'm just going to angle this and press that down. Give it a second, and then just peel it off. Beautiful. Okay, now you're going to want to let this dry for a couple of seconds. This is the side I colored on, or I stamped on. That's got to dry, and it does take a couple of seconds to dry. Especially if it's re-inked like this one just was. Now, because I'm not actually using this one, I'm going to start coloring it. So I'm going to lay it down. This is the ink side. It's very important that you remember which side it is because you want to color on the opposite side. If you color on the inked side, these are alcohol-based markers, and they're just going to wipe that off. I'll actually show you what it does later. So this is the dark petal pink. And I'm just going to take this, and I am just going to swirl some color. It almost looks like non-existent. You got to let one layer dry before you do another layer. This is the dark crumb cake. Okay. And then this is the dark old olive. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the light meadow, mossy meadow, but I wanted old olive. Oh, well. I'll use the mossy meadow. That'll work. This is actually the light one, but that'll work too. You see the green. Just going to color this. Quick. I mean, I love this technique. You can also do this on vellum. It's a totally different look. Okay. You see how the color's coming out? Okay, so I'm going to take back that dark petal pink again, and I'm adding some more. Probably do it like 3 times. Just color it. Grab the green again. If it doesn't dry, if it's not dry, if the layer underneath is not dry, you're just pushing the ink around. So you definitely want it to dry. Okay. I'm going to take this off for a minute. And see, this one wasn't dry on that side, but I didn't really care because I already have one done. Okay, now let me show you. If I forget the right side, let me show you what this does. Let's see. Okay, this is the right side. Okay, real close. I'm just going to bring this up and show you. If I ink this on the, if I start coloring the wrong side, it takes the black right off there. There it goes. Okay, so this one, we're just going to add some more color here. I think actually that green is dark enough. Maybe just a little bit more in there. That's dark enough. But I want to add some more pink. I want the pink a little bit darker. So I'm going to add some more pink on there. There's 2 layers on there already, but okay. So when you get that all colored, you have this nice piece like that. I know you can't really see it that well, but then what you're going to do, and I'll take this piece back in so I can show you. This is the one I'm going to use because you can see the difference. See the dark? This one's darker. All right, but I want to show you what I did with this. Okay, then I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to fussy cut this. Leaving a little bit of a edge, just a little bit of an edge, and there's a reason for that too. So I'm going to fussy cut that all the way around. Well, since I'm using that one, but I might as well finish cutting this one. I'll make that into a card too. Okay. Trim this. Just fussy cutting all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm still going to be trimming more of that. That's why I said to leave a little bit of an edge. If you have any questions, just leave your comments. I'll answer them. I promise I will answer them later on. Okay, so there I cut that off. So that's our window sheet. And remember, you want to color on the opposite side that you stamped on. Okay? All right, and then you're going to bring in a piece of that white diamond, dazzling diamonds, white diamonds are glitter paper. Look at the difference. Look at that. Can you see that? Okay, so this is how I did it. I'm going to take our glue dots, and you want to kind of put them in places that are inconspicuous. Now I can feel that this is the side that I colored on. Whoop, right here. This is the side I colored on. That's the side I want my glue dots on. So I'm just going to sporadically put some glue dots around the leaves towards the tip. You're not going to really see them, so. And then one right about here. Whoop, can you see that? So I put them all the way around there. And then I want to get one at least in the middle here. Okay, there's my glue dots. I'm going to position this right on here. Press it down. And this is why I said you want to leave yourself a little edge, because now you're going to trim this too. And the reason you want to leave a little edge on that window sheet is it gives you a little more to cut with your glitter paper. So we're just going to go in here. Oh, thank you. They really do come out beautiful. You can use the silver too, but you got to make sure that it's not going to overpower your image. But the silver does work nice. Okay, we're going to just trim that. So the stained glass is not a new technique. I've done this before. Changed it up a little bit because we didn't have blends before, or the blender, these, yeah, the Stampin' blends. Again, I did the stained glass on the vellum paper, which works nice, but I really am partial to this one. Okay, so we're going to put that aside for a minute. So there we have our stained glass. Can you use the die for this? Yeah, you probably could. Let me just say. You probably could use the die for it, but I don't know if it would crack or not. I don't know. I didn't try the die because I wanted to cut it. So I guess you could. You probably could. Try it. Let me know how it works out. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to adhere this down. So I'm going to take these two pieces here. Thanks, Cindy. I didn't even think about the die, really. Probably because I had to cut it and get it close. You got to have a little bit of an edge, if you know what I mean. But definitely try it. Let me know. If I get a chance, I will try it. I'll be on to my next project by then. Okay, here's that great ribbon. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can wrap it around here. And this is what I usually do. To save some ribbon, I usually wrap it like this. Instead of using a whole piece of ribbon. And then tying a bow around it. And this is so pliable. It's just beautiful ribbon. I'm going to hate to see this go. Okay. All right. Once that is down, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Oh, that just ran out. And I know I brought another one over here. Yes, I did. I'm going to put this one right here. It's a little crooked, so let's just fix that. Let me make sure it's straight before I get it on there, or somewhat straight. There we go. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to decide where I want my flower. So I'll put that right there. What I'm going to do with that is I want to push it over a little bit, and I'm going to grab dimensionals for this. Let me grab the dimensionals. Putting quite a few on this. It's kind of heavy, so. And let's see, I think I'll have it, yep, right here. Press that down like that. And then I'm going to take another piece of the ribbon to make my bow. See how big I want that. I always end up taking more than I need. That's about right. And I'm going to just put this right in here. Oh, thank you, Matthew. So I'm going to tie this. I'm doing the bow first so then I can figure out where I'm going to put my sentiment. I just love this ribbon. I can push that over, I can push it in, whichever I want to do. I do want to make the bow just a little bit smaller. Play around with that just a tad. There we go. Okay. It just lays down so nice. Now my ribbon scissors are across the room, so I will use my paper snips. These aren't the sharpest, not the sharpest tool in the shed. There, that'll work. Okay, there we go with that. Now over here I have a bunch of pieces already cut out from other projects that I did. So let's bring one of those in. Now this is from the, what was it, the ornate dies. But this, let's see, I want to push that over a little bit because this is going to have to be, I don't want it to show, I don't want that. Okay, let's try this one. It's too pretty to put a tag on it, you know what I mean? I think I don't want something smaller because it's just so pretty. I have all these little leftover tags. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But because it's just so pretty. Okay, this one I'm going to put hello. Yeah, I don't always put sentiments on the front either. I mean, this card doesn't need it really, but we're going to put hello on there. And then I'm going to pop that with dimensionals. Oh, you're welcome, Maureen. Oh, thanks, Sandra. So I'm just going to put the hello right here. So it does kind of stand out. Okay. And then let me grab my other piece of white. I have a little rack next to me with all these pieces. I want to make sure I don't get black all over me. And I am going to take Thinking of You in the Early Espresso. Looks like I left that one open too long because it's starting to get dried out, I think. Switch to my other one. And I'm just going to stamp this right here. I love this. Love that one too. I like the, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous set. Hopefully we will keep this one. Put that right in here. And there you have it. No, you don't, because I'm going to add some pearls to it. You have to have some more doodads on it, right? So I am going to add some of our pearls sporadically. Fix that little one. See, the other thing I like about this ribbon is it's sheer, so if you do have a sentiment, even though the ribbon goes over it, you can see it. That's why I love that. Okay, and we'll put one there. Okay, so that's all there was to it. Look at this beautiful, beautiful card. So that's another one. All right, so let's do one more because I actually have a couple more pieces that I've already done. So let me bring those in. So I have these 3 little guys that I've already done. So let's see what else I can work on here. All right. I just love the petal pink with the early espresso, so we're going with that. I'm going to do up one more card. Here's that other piece that I didn't use yet. Let's see. We got some pieces already cut out. Oh, you know what? How about this? Those are pieces of the designer series paper. How about I take out the cards that go with it? Let's see what we got in there. Oh, yeah, I bet that would look nice, huh? Remember these memories, the memories and more cards that go with it. Ooh, that would look pretty. I'll know it when I see it, I think. I think I will know it when I see it. What do you think? I'm not sure. I might just go back to the designer series paper. Oh, here. How about this one? That might work. Look at these. I forgot all about these. Okay, I think we're going to use this one. I love these cards, though. This is really nice, too, because you can... This is what I was saying about the vellum. You could actually color on this, too. I'm going to have to do that later on. All right, let me just do this one first. Let's see. That's kind of dark. I'm just playing here, so let's... Okay, so do we want to use the dark one? I kind of like this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm back to the same original one. See? Always the first one you end up with. I just like this one because it's got those little ones there. So we're just going to go with that. And this is going to go right on top of there. So we're just going to glue that right down. You know what? Let me bring those cards back in for a second. I'm looking. I'm thinking. What do you think? You like the vellum one? Okay, look at this. Oh, yeah. How about that? How about that? I like that. Okay, so let me grab... Whoop. Take this apart a minute. Let me grab the Thinking of You. I'm going to stamp right in the middle of this. I'm going to go ahead and take that really pretty ribbon. I actually have a piece already cut. So I'm going to just put that on this end. See, I have this piece cut. Don't want to waste anything. I have no idea how this is going to come out, but we'll find out together. Okay. That is definitely going there, but I'm going to put it up on dimensionals again. Sticking to my fingers here. The anticipation. That was a song way back when. Okay. Put that right there. Hopefully it's straight. Looks a little crooked, but I'm going to let it go. It's because I'm looking down at it. Oh, yeah, when I look at this way, it looks crooked. Okay, we got to move that. I'm a stand-up stamper, so when I do my videos, I'm actually sitting down. That's what's very hard for me. Okay, just gonna... There we go. Get this... Let me see if it... That's why I'm using my grid paper. Okay. Nope, that looks straight. Okay, that's... I'm leaving it that way. Now I got these 3 little guys. I'm going to grab some more dimensionals. Probably 2 on each will work. If you missed the other stained glass samples that I had, I'll bring those back in shortly. I'm going to start with 2. I'm going to put 1 right there. Put 1 right here. And then the 3rd one, I think, is going to go right here. Because I think I'm going to tie a little bow here. If I can tie a small enough one. I don't know if I'll like the bow, but I'm going to try it. Might just end up being a knot. That might work better. Oh yeah. Knot works good. No. I need a bow. So I'm just going to take out a whole bunch of ribbon here. I think it'll look better with a bow. What do you think? Now you got that song on your mind? Yes. And years, I mean, I remember it way back when. And then it became that ketchup commercial. Anticipation. Was it Carly Simon? Or was it Carly Simon? I think it was Carly Simon. Okay. We're going to go with it this way. I'm going to play with that a little bit. Slide that ribbon down because I don't want it covering up too much of that beautiful flower. And play with my bow here. Come on. Let me just trim this off so I can... There we go. Put it at a side angle that way. Maybe just trim this tail a little bit. You know, I don't know why I'm fighting with these scissors. Let me just grab my good scissors. Makes a big difference. Okay, here we go. Perfect. There we go. Look at that. Again, look at these stained glass. Isn't that great? Okay, now for the inside, since I have Thinking of You in there, let's see what we want to do here. Grab another insert. I think for this one, we will just not put a saying. I'm going to use this little guy again. I love that. I'm going to put that right there. Yes, I keep my scraps of ribbon. I actually have, I'll show you, a little bag of scraps of ribbon. Because it never fails. You always need one little piece for something, right? So I always keep my scraps. I don't keep them if they're this little. That I may not keep. Although, well, I should say this piece I wouldn't keep. This one I would because you can just put it like that and attach it to a little tag saying. Yeah, I save everything. And then I do projects with them and I show them to you ladies and gentlemen, right? Okay, so let me bring these back in. So again, this is the stained glass that I just did. Oh yeah, there you can see it real good. That's the one we just did. The hello one we just did. I love bringing this up to the camera so you can really see it. And you can see the definition, the light and dark pink in there from the blends when they dry. Yes, they are. Okay, and here's the other two I did earlier. Now you see how the difference, look at the color difference. This is only like 1 or 2 coats of the blends, and that's 3 coats. So let them dry in between, and you can get lots of other color, you know, darker color. This is the one from the Beautiful Day with the butterflies. Bring that up real close so you can see. Look at that. Oh, thank you. And then the Mosaic Designer Series paper with the To a Wild Rose. I just thought it looked very similar. I'll bring that up real close too so you can see the light and the dark effect just from one blend. I used the dark blend on this, and I just kept coloring it. I think this one right here, I'm going to add some pearls in the middle. I got some rhinestones there. Maybe I should stick to the rhinestones. Yeah, let me grab the rhinestones. That middle just needs something. Let's see if I have any pink rhinestones left. I have a big one. I have one big pink one. Oh, yeah. Need to put that right in there. Let's see. Do I have another pink one in here? Hopefully I do. Oh, I do. Good. Let me make sure I don't have an open one. Forever opening the same. Oh, there's a pink one. I wanted the large one for the middle. Just change that card. Yeah. Now let me show it to you. Okay, so remember I said I didn't put anything in the inside except for that one that says thinking of you. And there's a reason for that. You know that I've been sending out cards. Hopefully you got one. If you didn't, I still am sending out cards. Okay? And here's some cards, some envelopes from some people that I haven't sent them out to yet or that are overseas. Now remember, I'm not sending any overseas ones just yet because we really don't want to go to the post office. And to do it online, it's kind of a little crazy. So I do have you, if you sent me and requested a card for whatever reason and you live outside the United States, I'm not going to show you the addresses. I have these envelopes already written up for when we can get to the post office. But for these cards, what I would like you to do is send me a message of somebody you know that maybe isn't having a lot of visitors right now, or maybe you have a loved one that's at home and you can't see them. Let me just flip the camera. You know, I mean, like, I see my mom through the glass door, and we see my mother-in-law that way. But, you know, there's a lot of people out there right now that don't have anybody, or that they do have people, but they can't really see them. So if you'd like me to send one of these cards to one of your loved ones who is, you know, staying indoors and maybe a little lonely, just send me a message, email me. Go to stampersdelight.com, and my email is there now that stampersdelight.com is working, or I'll put my email in the description. And I'm going to send these cards out to the first, how many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5. I always keep 1. So the first 4 people that send me a loved one's address, I will send it out to them, just that us as stampers are thinking of them. Okay? So definitely send me, and again, I have to do it in the United States right now. It's just too hard to get those overseas, get to the credit union, yeah. Get to the post office, the credit union too. It's hard to get to the post office. When we do go, it's more or less just a drop-off kind of thing. So I don't want my husband to have to go up and get overseas postage. Okay, so please do that for me and for your loved ones. Send me their email or their address, and I will send them one of the cards. So first 4 people that do that, the cards will go out. Okay? I really appreciate and thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me on today. And here's what I wanted to tell you. I will be back on Wednesday. I know I'm not on usually Wednesday nights, but you saw that I got my paper pumpkin on Friday, and I have been playing with that. So I have quite a few alternatives to show you already. So I will be back on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me show you one alternative I did. This is, this paper pumpkin, My Wonderful Family, is great. There's a saying in there that is so awesome, you don't even want to cover it up. But when I saw the tree, I thought my family tree. And it says, family where life begins and love never ends. So I did a quick, let me just bring this out so you can see it. I did a quick scrapbook page of my family when I went to visit my family in Sicily. Okay, I had never met my family in Sicily, but I went with my sister and my two nieces. My two nieces has been there before, and they met our cousins. And when I saw this is actually supposed to be this way. I didn't finish putting it together. When I saw this family tree, I knew I had to do a scrapbook page with this set. And I will be probably using that paper pumpkin for my whole Sicily trip. The cool thing is that they had this tree, and my family has orange trees. They have an orange grove in Sicily, so I used that leaf. And this was actual oranges that they picked, and we picked from the grove, and the next morning at our Airbnb we made fresh orange juice. Isn't that great? So again, this is just something I did real quick with the paper pumpkin, and I will be showcasing that on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and I have a lot of alternatives. I know that everybody's starting to post their cards. And I always do a couple of the cards the way they say to, but then I always have a lot of alternatives. So I hope you join me Wednesday night. Have a lovely Sunday evening and a great week ahead of you. And I'll see you Wednesday night. Okay? Bye, everybody. Keep on stamping. Thanks for tuning in.